Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another transport ship. This one is called the GR-405 Shuttle Transport, which is this lovely thing over here. So this is a very clean, very compact ship that features only hydrogen thrusters, it's got a custom weapon underneath it, and it even makes use of a small block grid for the interior. So pressing F10 and finding this in the spawn menu, the GR is 414 large blocks, using the Heavy Industry and Frostbite DLC packs. We've got no information whatsoever, so simply give this a thumbs up, which I already have, move around towards the very front, have a quick look around the outside, a quick look at the interior, then fly around for a bit, and maybe slam it into an asteroid. So at the very front, this is what we get. So we can see our window blocks, which allow us to peer inside of our bridge. We've got a control seat, and everything we need to survive in survival mode. Just below this is a camera to help drive this thing around, and then slightly below that is our custom weapon made out of a bunch of Gatling guns and rocket launchers. This weapon is static despite looking like a turret version, but I could not find a custom weapon controller on this, and it only seems to fire forwards. But one of the downsides of it firing forwards is that it kind of goes over where the door is, so you have to be careful to make sure it's not firing when trying to go in and out of the ship. But yes, pulling away from that and moving around onto the side, this is what we get. So we can clearly see inside our ship, we've got some lovely dark grey, white and bright green blocks. There's our hydrogen thrusters, which are the only form of thrust that appear on this ship. Over in this section into our thruster pod, we've got another one with a bunch of passages in front of it. Moving around onto the side, this is all we can see, so we've got some more white and green blocks. Dropping down just a little bit, another thruster, where we can see a gyroscope to help turn this thing around. And we can also see the glow of a magnetic plate underneath, and it's a massive magnetic plate, so you're able to pick up, say, a large cargo container or a small vehicle and carry that around with you. Going around towards the very back, this is all we can see, so another thruster with some passages in front of it. We've got a column with a bunch of interior pillars on top, with some blinking red lights on the end of it. We can also see two more hydrogen thrusters, we've got four of them to push us around, and a large hydrogen tank in the middle, with a piston head sitting on the end of that connection point. And yes, that is very exposed at the end there, so do make sure you never face your back towards your enemies. Moving all the way up and looking down, that's how the pillars have been set up at the back. Going towards the front, we've got a singular blaster edge block, there's some more thrusters, and there's a blinking blue light where I'm standing. Dropping down and coming underneath it, this is what we can see, so there's the gun we saw earlier, there's our doorway in and out, we see our O2H2 generators right next to our hydrogen thrusters. Here is our large magnetic plate, which I said about earlier, picking up a large container, picking up a small vehicle, and carrying it with you. There's a couple more hydrogen thrusters, and there's the bottom of our hydrogen tank, and there is the very back of the ship. And if we was to peer the camera all the way up past this magnetic plate, what we're going to find, which is a very odd thing on a very small ship, is a large cargo container for you to store all the stuff you need, or to transport stuff to wherever it needs to go. That is that for the outside of the GR-405 Shuttle Transport, and does look great with how it's all been set up. But now what I can do is just grab hold of my character, and now come around to that doorway underneath it, and go have a look on the inside. So going down here, past our gun, hopefully it won't fire into me. We now open that up, we have a singular door, so we will lose our oxygen when we open it up in space. Move my character towards the very front, turn around, because this is what we get. So we've got ourselves our air vent, there is our gravity generator, and around the room, you'll probably notice we're using small blocks. Now this has been done by a rotor at the back there, which simply has a small head attached onto it, and it's been secured by this landing leg on the side there, just connected up to the wall. So we've got an ore detector, an antenna, a survival kit, and we even have a fake bed made out of an LCD screen and some random blocks. On the opposite side, we simply have an LCD screen with a poster. Then towards the front here, we've got some more LCD screens telling us our power and hydrogen usage, and the time of day. Getting into the seat, this is a view we get all the way around us, so we can clearly see our time, clearly see our hydrogen power. Then looking down, there's our meters per second. Bringing up the HUD, these are the only controls we get on this ship, with number one being our Gatling guns underneath, fire straight forwards, and that's what I meant by getting shot while coming out that door. Number two is for our rocket launchers right next to our Gatling guns, and number three is for our camera, which is just below our bridge, so we can precisely aim this around. Now one odd thing with the camera is, it seems to be inverted, so left is right, and right is left, up is down, and down is up. I think it's just been put on the wrong way up, but there we go. Coming out of that and pressing number 4, this is for our hydrogen thrusters, which is all the way around the ship, on and off. Number 8 is for our magnetic plate underneath, and number 9 is for our connector, which is right there below our gun. Now it's time for a quick little test fly, so moving forwards, this is what we get. As you expect, we are bloody fast thanks to all of our thrusters. coming to a stop we appear to be even faster, which is a very nice thing to have. Moving left, a bit slower than forwards and backwards. Moving right should be the same. Yes, it is. Moving down, and then moving up. Moving up feels faster than everything else, so you can skedaddle away from danger by simply doing that. And as for gyroscope controls, as you can see here, we've got plenty of control over this. A slight hint of weight, so it does drag a little bit, but it does suit this size of ship and give it a bit of meat to its controls. With all that done and out of the way, there's not too much else to talk about. It's a lovely little ship with a nice bit of firepower on here, a nice load of cargo space for you to carry stuff to and from a planet, and it should serve you well in survival mode. So one final thing to do, of course, is to find a nearby asteroid, slam it straight into it, and that'll be that for the GR-405 Shuttle Transport. As I was flying towards the asteroid, which was that one right behind me, what I found was a space pirate freighter, and that's what we're going to use to end this video. So I'm just going to fire all of my Gatling guns straight into there, and hopefully it will deal a nice lot of damage to it. And here we go, we're going to start open firing. They're going to open fire on me. Look at all of those iron thrusters on that. They've got quite a lot of guns on there. So I do want to use the camera at the front, which I did replace with a proper camera. See if we can destroy that at the back there. See if we're getting a nice lot of shots. We are getting bounced around quite a bit. Switching to the rocket launcher. Can I just get over to there? Shoot that. I just need to disable that. Yes, I have. Pulling away from that. Now we're going to start to pummel that into the cargo containers. We should start to rip it apart. There we go. They have an interior turret over there. Let's try and fire onto that one. But something has gone horribly wrong. We are spinning out of control. We are gaining speed. And it looks like Lord Clang has got very angry with the ship. So I'm going to hop out of here. Look around. What is going on here? Can I try and get the auto dampeners on? No, I cannot. This thing is just going absolute ballistic. We've now been ejected out the top. And I believe that is that for the shuttle transport. So like I said, it's a lovely little ship if you do wish to download and play around with it in your world. It looks like the freighter is coming back for another go, and has brought some friends with it. Yes, there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.